Hello and good day, beautiful soul, and welcome to the very first episode of Sunday Morning Clarity. Here we're going to be sharing different messages, and some will be from angels. Most will have angels as part of them. There may be some spiritual expansion topics like balancing spirituality and your desires, that kind of thing. So today is about integrating the shadow self, and we'll be doing a short reading from Conversations with Angels and Archangel Raziel, who is the angel of esoteric wisdom and ancient knowledge. We're going to be starting first with a one card. I wouldn't call it a reading necessarily, for insights, and this is from Mother Mary Oracle, and there's a link so that you can see some of my favorite angel cards and get a set for yourself if you like. So this is that, Mother Mary Oracle. If we've met previously and we've connected for a while, you know that for me it's all about spirituality and including whatever it is you do or don't practice, whatever it is you do or don't believe. So this is not religious based. And we're going to be starting with that. Oh, yes. And then we'll be doing or sharing with you from 365 Daily Angel Messages, a reading or the channeled message from Barakiel, Open Mind, Open Heart. Okay, so here we go. So today's card is Our Lady of Answered Prayers. Look at this beautiful thing. The artwork is amazing and the colors are beautiful. And down here in her hand, can you see that? There's this heart. Whoop, there we go. Okay. Here we are, the heart. And then, of course, there are roses around her head. And there's blue for emotional healing, spiritual expansion, roses for blossoming, and the heart. And out of the heart are coming some flames. There we go. It's hard to see backwards. Anyhow, answered prayers. So this is a sign. This is your sign that what you've been praying for, what you have been wanting to release, to create space for, to change in your life, look for the signs out and around you. Look for or listen to the different messages that you may be getting, the little intuitive thoughts. Okay? So what are your prayers? Prayer is another name for petition. You can even take a question into meditation, and it will go with that as well. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see this tiny enough print. And the message is from 365 Daily Angel Messages, which is available on Amazon. And the name of it, or the title of the message, is Open Mind, Open Heart from Barakiel. That's Barakiel, Barakiel. In the name of the Creator, give thanks, for there is much to be thankful for. In the name of the Creator, humble yourself to receive all that is made manifest in the realm of spirit in your name. Doubt not all that awaits you. Doubt not, all your good shall be made manifest in physical form before you. Have faith, all is arriving in divine time. It may appear thy good is being kept from you. We ask you look about. Can you not see the many blessings which surround you this moment? Are you willing to accept that which is looking to what shall be? Are you open to receiving your heart's desires? Do you seek peace and harmony, healing and forgiveness, joy and laughter? That which you seek with an open heart, open mind shall be gifted to you. Know you are loved, cherished, and blessed beyond measure. Look behind you. Have you not journeyed along the path before you, learning, loving, forgiving, healing yourself beyond your imagination? How then can you doubt? Trust, have faith that all is occurring in divine time. Give thanks, for there is much to be thankful for. Accept all that is shown to you, for there are untold gifts with each step along the path. With an open heart and open mind, lovingly set one foot before the other. The path before you is more beautiful, more loving, more harmonious, more abundant than you imagine, for you are most precious gift of love and light. Go forth, beloved one, for you are loved beyond measure. I'm being nudged to just share with you how this collection of channeled messages came about. It was about maybe 12 years ago or so, 12 or 13 years ago. I started to share a message from this perpetual calendar that I had gotten for my desk at the office where I used to work. And I was really having an issue trying to balance being in my physical world, and while my spirituality was expanding, while I was really starting to tap into and step into who I am, or who I am still becoming, because it's always a journey, right? At least it is for me. It's a continuous one. So one day, one of the quotes on this perpetual calendar that was angel-based, it just really resonated with me. So I copied it, and then I sent it out to 6 friends. I didn't think anything else about it. I thought, well, this is really cool. I'm just going to, share it. And so a few days later, one of my girlfriends who was really going through some stuff back then, she sent me a message. She said, I read this and read it and read it and read it again. And I went, oh, one of those light bulb moments, otherwise known as a nudge from spirit and my then guides when I didn't quite yet put the pieces together. So I started doing this every day, from work, just copying a little quote on the calendar and sending it out. So fast forward a little bit, and then all of a sudden I said, well, I kind of got some inspiration from the quote of the day and just kind of added a little message. And then fast forward a little bit more, I noticed that the quote and the message didn't really go together. They didn't really flow one from the other like they had in the beginning. And I thought, well, people are liking it. I'm getting, hey, I really needed to hear this, or I really feel this about what you wrote, or la la la. And I went, okay, so it's working. Whatever it was supposed to be doing, people were enjoying it and getting value out of it. So fast forward a lot. 2.5 years later, after channeling a message of the day every day, 24/7, we had started to send out the angel message of the day to 300 people. There was still no business. There was none of this, none of what we're doing today, not even anywhere close to being on the horizon. So that is how this book came about a couple years ago, or about a year or so ago. This one. It is a collection or a compilation of most of those messages. So there's a year's worth of channeled messages in there, 365. Okay, so we promised to share some things with you about integrating shadow and light. What is shadow? What is light? In this instance, and for the purposes of sharing this Sunday morning clarity with you, shadow is or are those parts of you, your memories, lessons learned, things you did or didn't do that you don't want anyone to know about, or you may feel some guilt or shame about, maybe some things that happened to you when you were growing up or somewhere along your life. And yet, it's part of you, because all of that stuff is what helped get you to where you are now and will help propel you in the future ahead. Because if you try to leave your shadow self behind, you're actually causing a disconnect within yourself. And most of us are looking for or wanting that feeling of oneness and blending in. We think of, black and white, and then blending it becomes gray. Well, in this instance, you have this sense or feeling of more oneness, more completeness. And the truth is, or a truth among the many, is that you're already whole, complete, and perfect as you are right now. It's like if you try to run away from your shadow, it's not possible. When you're out in the sunlight, right, and you try to run away from your shadow, it just always follows you. So instead of trying to run away from or ignore or pretend like the past didn't happen, acknowledge it, turn around to face yourself, and embrace the whole of you. Embrace all of you. It just makes the light stronger. And it helps others, especially if you're a coach, a reader, a healer, whatever it is you're here to do to be of service to yourself and to others. It helps others relate and resonate with you because you went through some of the same junky stuff that they did, some of the same, not so great stuff. You are not the same person you were yesterday, the day before, a week ago, a couple years ago. And even if you're repeating some of the same patterns, you're still not the same person. So here is what we're going to be sharing a little bit with you from our first volume, Angels, Conversations with Angels. Raise your vibe, your inner vibe, mentally and emotionally. And this particular reading, a partial reading, is from Archangel Raziel, Secret of God. That's what his name translates into. And he is all about esoteric wisdom and knowledge. Each one of us has something that is now behind in our past that we may wish hadn't happened or could be healed once and for all. Esoteric wisdom is ethereal in nature, part of the collective unconscious or divine mind. Being able to tap into and access the ancient knowledge, we can learn how to reset outdated negative beliefs that no longer serve us or our highest and best good in truth never did. This highly benevolent angel helps us reconcile past life issues and integrate our shadow self with grace and compassion. So I'm just going to read a little bit from this particular section. Okay. What is it about the past or past lives that seem to haunt so many on their spiritual path? Archangel Raziel. The past, child, is a point of reference for human ego to continue showing lessons learned or that which yet needs to be learned and subsequently released for healing and reconciliation. It is not helpful when negative stories of the past are continually repeated, told over and over as if it were a new experience to be living now in the present moment. It is acceptable and advisable to retain lessons learned to avoid future encounters along your respective paths. Only in the releasing can the soul be freed from reliving that which is truly behind you. Many hold on to past hurts as if they are victories or medals of merit won in battle. They are not. They are scars that mark the passing of time, the passing through healing and ultimate interaction. This is me. How can we truly release very painful experiences and ultimately integrate them without reliving the past? Every time I think about a negative experience, it feels as if it is happening all over again. How can we reconcile and integrate without continuing to reinforce the negativity? Archangel Raziel. When there is truth in healing from the heart center, without prejudice, non-resistance, and without judgment, the lesson learned remains a guidepost as one moves forward. In this way, the past is laid to rest without re-engaging that which is no longer wanted. Please explain, because we're taught that we need only be willing to forgive those who have wronged us for the process to begin. Archangel Raziel. This is indeed so, child. There need only be a willingness to be open to forgiving those who have trespassed against you. Yet, this is only the beginning, as there must be a genuine healing at the soul level, beginning first with the heart center, that which causes all human emotions of love and hate. Is this now understood? Yes, Archangel Raziel. Then let us continue to be more clear so that all may understand the words shared here among these pages. The next concept that craves clarity and simplicity is that of integration, bridging the past with the present, clearing the way for what awaits you on your spiritual evolution ever upward in vibration. Integration in its truest form is a wearing of what once was with the present moment mentally, emotionally, and energetically. It is as if a tapestry is being woven of light and dark, and all shades in between, forming beautiful, brilliant patterns. When one looks up, all that is seen is jumbled, tangled knots and the crisscrossing of thoughts, emotions, relationships, and experiences, both positive and negative. It is only in the weaving of what was and that which is can that which is yet to come be created with love, beauty, and light. There will always be those among you who see the darkness as their path, yet all who choose the pathways of light need not dwell in the shadows of others. So that is just one way to help you understand and to come to terms with why it's not only necessary, but it's essential. It's an essential part of your path, of your spiritual growth and your expansion, and of course your emotional healing, to integrate, to accept all of you, the light, the dark, the in-between spots, so that you actually shine brighter, so that you can release and melt off and dissolve the layers, the many, many layers of energy that have created filters and belief systems that are now truth for you because of the many things that you have experienced or not experienced along the way. Would love for you to share this and pop by and say hello. If you have any questions, you're welcome to pop them in the comments. If you'd like something a bit more private, you're welcome to message me. In the meantime, beautiful soul, have an amazing day, and I look forward to connecting with you again next Sunday for another episode of Sunday Morning Clarity. This is Angel Lady Terry Marie. Bye-bye for now.